Hello, my name is Caleb Smith with the Rocket Miner newspaper, here to provide an update for February 1st, 2021, where I'm going to talk about ongoing efforts to vaccinate Wyoming against the coronavirus, a little bit about our statewide numbers, where they presently stand, and talk about the multiple film festivals that are going on right now, primarily virtually, digitally, in people's living rooms, with some unique exceptions to that. Starting with the Wyoming Department of Health, it's working on new ways to better connect with people, especially those who are looking to, who are very interested in getting the coronavirus. I know lots of people personally. We get calls at the Rocket Miner semi-regularly asking if we have an inside track. We keep directing them to the same sources that we're providing online, or that we're seeing through hospital, communities, nursing, hardworking people at Board of Health, the exceptional people who are trying to keep people as informed as possible. The state announced that there's going to be both a new website and toll-free number that people can call to pre-register if you're within certain groups. Right now, pre-registration is open for those 65 and older. This information's online, so I'm not going to expect you to stop and rewind to get all the information. The story will be linked online. Just because it's simpler, I will tell you that the toll-free number is 1-800-438-5795. That's 1-800-438-5795. And also with the story and through the website that we're encouraging people to check out if they're interested, you'll find more breakdown of the phase expectations. As a super simplified, the Wyoming Department is kind of breaking down just phase one. Gotta be careful how many fingers I hold up. Phase one being healthcare providers, first responders, long-term care facility staff, and others at a high risk exposure to COVID-19. Phase 1B, which is where we're distributing in Sweetwater County, would be some frontline essential workers, individuals 65 and older, and individuals with certain medical conditions. Phase 1C includes homeless individuals, those living in congregate settings, and other essential workers as defined by federal guidelines. So you can just look for that story online. The headline is Wyoming's COVID-19 vaccine eligibility expanded at rocketminer.com. Just with a little bit of talk that the vaccine supply does remain limited. In some cases, you're going to be waiting for your spot in line. You probably won't get to the front for months. Please be patient. Please be kind, especially when you're working with the utterly exhausted and extremely impressive people who are handling the on-the-ground details. Looking at statewide numbers, the Wyoming News Exchange continues to pull numbers from the Wyoming Department of Health, and overall, the state was this afternoon reported 1,144 active cases, which means that's a decrease of 169 compared to Sunday. That was caused by more than 300 recoveries being reported, and about 160 new cases being confirmed. And then last, I want to talk about movies, because that's primarily what I've been doing with my waking hours for the last couple of days. Sundance Film Festival kicked off on Thursday. It's been great. I will go more into depth about these things because I've been taking, for a lot of people, would be an unimaginable number of notes that I want to take some time to digest and put into full thoughts, as opposed to, I'll admit, sometimes my notes early in the morning get extremely rudimentary, and I'd like to give you more than just movie good, mostly fire explosions. Though, in some cases, that is kind of what the review will boil down to. There are visual options for that. People can still buy individual tickets. It's too late to buy ticket packages, but awards day will be on Wednesday, which is kind of a little bit weirder time than usual, but for a 24-hour period, all the award winners would be able to be seen video on demand. You get, once you click play, you got 4 hours to finish it. That's something I wish I would have paid a little bit closer attention to the fine fine print for, especially since I'm one of those people that it can be books, it can be TV shows, I can flip back and forth quite much. Learn from my mistakes. It's been a little bit different, primarily just doing a film festival, mostly from my living room. I've been blessed to be able to do some shared activities, whether they're somewhere, I joined with one where multiple people went on one website to interact with a curated experience. There's also got to go to some friends and like, I know you're a horse person. Let's try this horse movie. Or I know you like documentaries of biographies from a certain area. Let's check out the Rita Morel documentary, which you should. Talk more about that later. But it's still a little bit distance from being in the crowds, public transport. There's once or twice where I did have my experience where getting to the end of the movie where, what was that? I'd like to, while I'm stuck in line getting out of here, or while I'm on the bus trying to get to across town to the next location, I'd like to talk to a stranger about what did you think happened? Was that person alive or dead at the end? Was it all in their head? Where did reality dissolve into a dream? Where did unreliable narrator, or just, what? That as a starting point, I've had more than one conversations that went in all sorts of weird directions, so there's that. On the opposite end of this trail, what if you had a film festival with the intention that only one person would show up on site? And that's something that kicked off in Sweden this past weekend, where and I apologize for you Swedes out there who are going to criticize my enunciation, where the Goteborg Film Festival, which runs February 29th through 8th, they came up with a special opportunity where they set up a drawing, and the winner is presently, or at least as of the Associated Press this morning, is the only person on a place where she's on a remote island that is the island of Hamnsnackar at Paternoster. Can't have gotten that right. A former lighthouse turned boutique hotel, and she's the only one there. And for this one-on-one experience, she can she can watch movies either in a room, a living room, or from the top of the lighthouse itself, where organizers set up a small screen surrounded by a naturally amazing view. Sundance didn't do that to my opportunity. I've got my usual view out the window, which, if you like the view of the White Mountains like I do, it's a pretty sweet gig. It's not sloping down from a lighthouse, but I continue to love watching the clouds scrape over White Mountain and drift down in the valleys. So, whatever it is, whether you're just interested in seeing one or two interesting movies, you just want to go, well, I can either get 4 hours of sleep, or I could do one more movie, like me and my sister did the last 24 hours. That's why I'm a little bit more manic today. Did you notice? You probably noticed. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I'd encourage you to keep looking out for interesting stories, whether it's you want to read more about the Swedish nurse who, as an award, is in her own unique cinematic quarantine. That story is Swedish nurse wins a week of isolation, films, and pandemic. Or just browse rocketminer.com. There's some neat stuff coming that we'll be talking about, and very shortly. I'm just supposed to a little bit longer, unless you're actually checking the online edition. Well, those of you who are keeping close on the website know what I'm talking about. But anyway, this has been Caleb Smith, rambling on for longer than I expected, when I'd like to get back to watching movies. But I still want to take the time to say thank you to our hard-working healthcare workers. Please do look up the resources if you're interested in getting more vaccines. Have a good day and a safe tomorrow. Bye.